I always try to understand why Neil and me and other people we are collaborating, because he's a physicist and I am an architect. And what I understood is that he's working on atoms, he's working on quantum computation that I don't know at all what is it about. So I understand that physics are trying to deal with very, very small things. And what I understand is the biggest thing he can imagine is obviously the whole world, the whole planet. But what we could do in a fab lab, the biggest thing is something like a house. Okay, so we are in some other place where our kids start to make some boards, and sometimes we try to design cities and regions and whatever. So we have an intersection space that is about building a new reality that try to introduce more layers. So this is a the first project we did was the Media House project in the year 2001, where we tried to think how we could bring the intelligence that were showing around in computers to the houses. We didn't understand why the most intelligent thing in a house should be the fridge or the washing machine. We thought the most intelligent thing in a house should be the house itself. So how we bring intelligence to the house, it was at that time the key question. And working in this project, we started working the Internet Zero. Well, the pictures are not very good, but this is an installation we did last year in the Venice Biennale. And in that moment, what we did was a full-size prototype of 6 apartments where every object of the house, with all these elements that were the furniture, had one Internet Zero node. So the idea is, if we really want to make more efficient environments, we should try to distribute the intelligence, and we should try to create new structures about how we can connect things in some other way. So this is a project we did like some months ago, but the next step that we are working is a house. So this is the biggest thing we think we could do together. And there is a competition called Solar Decathlon that it started like 4 years ago in Washington. The American government promote a competition between universities in order to build a full-size prototype of houses in order to see how they could do self-sufficient buildings. And then I was talking with Neil and with Hakon, and we decided to make a team, let's say the Fab Lab Network, the Center for Bits and Atoms, ANIAC, in order to propose the construction of one of these houses. So that means that this is a project, this project that I'm going to explain right now is something completely open to everyone that wants to participate. We start to talk with Don and Jay in order to see if we can apply some of his development about lighting for the buildings. So I will show very quickly some images that display. So this is Washington, the mall, and this is where every year, in fact, next October, there will be the next edition for the Solar Decathlon competition. This is a competition because, in fact, it's a decathlon because they are testing 10 things. So the question, we have been talking about making self-sufficient buildings. Many people have been talking about sustainability, but in general, this word now it doesn't have any meaning because it has been used in order to justify any kind of things. So now we should try really to put values to everything that we say. And if we say we want to do a building, a neighborhood, a city that is self-sufficient, then we should really try to demonstrate. In the Solar Decathlon, there are 10 tests to be followed. Here is the information. And the project should be built for, in fact, June 2010. June 2010, we need to build a house in Madrid. So we have some different partners, technological partners, more institutional partners, and the working partners. And this is the site where it will be built in Madrid. This is the center of Madrid, behind the Royal Palace. This is where the King of Spain is living. So we will be in the back side. Okay. Okay, this is the place. And well, we start to think about the house. It has some important constraint. It's only 75 square meters. And what we thought is that we should do designs that really the house should show that it's self-sufficient. It's not about making a normal house with some solar panels in the roof. The whole process of making a house should be done in a new way. So that's why we were the first thing to test about how to make a house is how the different forms of a house can be appropriate in relation with its sun energy production.